Hello and welcome to video number 2 of 4Ministry Resources WordPress for Content Management System Training. In this video, we are going to learn how to edit existing pages and also how to add a new page. So to start out, we're going to navigate to our dashboard. If you need to know how to get here, refer to video number 1. And in the dashboard here, we are going to navigate to the Pages link right here, which I actually just had up. I just want to show you how to get there. And then prior to choosing your page, generally what I want to do is I want to have another tab open with the website that I'm going to make changes on. So in this case, we're going to edit the page called Administrative Committees. And it's good to take a look at it quick to see what is on the page, how it looks, and then what you want to change. Once you have that, come back to your pages here, scroll down and find Administrative Committees, the page you'd like to edit. You can either click on Edit down here or just click on the link to the page. That page will open up and it looks something like this. We have this is called Pixcritter Pro 3.03 and it is a rich text editor. It's a type of editor that enables you to edit the pages. So when you get here, you will see a page like this, and as you can see here, here's the beginning of some of the text on that page. What you want to do is click on the edit pencil over here on the left, and that now opens up your page. And notice that this looks similar to the page on the website. Once it's open, you can see that you have what we call the kitchen sink up here, where you can bold, italicize, bullet list, number list, align left, align right, align center. It enables you, similar to a Word document, to make changes on your page. You can also change the sizes of your font over here, but we'll go through this step by step for you. So now that you've clicked on the edit button, it's again very much like a Word document. You can come in here and make a change, erase something, add it back in, and if you're in here and say you want to make something bold, go up here and hit bold just like you would in a Word document. So we have bold, all these icons up here, italics, strike through, and if you just scroll over each one of these icons, it pretty much tells you what it will do for you. And we also have a link. You can highlight any item within the body and add a link. You'll click here, add your URL. If it's a link from the website, you can actually link to existing content right here rather than copying and pasting a link and add it in. It's very simple, very straightforward. This one icon, toolbar toggle, just closes or opens up the toolbar. And now, unlike a Word document, if you want to makes the text larger than it is, you're going to use this drop down over here. Paragraph is basically the standard type that is on the website. And then if you want to make it larger, you have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. Heading 1 is the largest. Notice how it makes it very large, and notice how it makes everything large instead of just the area that you highlighted. And that's what happens. You have to if you want to use that type of a header and that large of type, you have to start with a fresh paragraph. But I'm going to change that back to paragraph. Here's underline, justified. You can add text color. And this is a paste as text icon they have in here just to let people know that actually you don't need to use that. So if you have a Word document, for instance, and you want to cut and paste information from that Word document, you can actually just copy and paste it right into the body. In the past, you had to use this paste as text in order for it to take the formatting out, so you don't have funny characters on your website. I'm sure everybody's seen that before, where you go to a website and you'll have a block or a question mark where they don't belong, and that's because people don't take formatting out. So this is pretty straightforward as far as how this works. When you are done making your changes to this page, you're going to come down here to the blue check mark, click on it, and it will save it. But in order to completely save the changes, you have to come over here to this button and update, which I'm not going to do at this point. But so this is how to make changes on a page. And there's more to these pages that I will get in later as far as search engine optimization and how to fill in those areas. But right now, this is about how to change a page. So now if you want to create a new page, so say you want to add a page to the site, you can either come over here and click on Add New, or up at the very top there's another Add New button. So I'm going to click on the Add New button. We're actually going to create a test page. So you're going to have a page that looks very similar to the one we just came from. At the very top is your title, and that is what's called your H1 tag, or what appears at the very top of the page. And for right now, I'm just going to put in test page. And now that we have test page, notice I hit return, and our permalink as far as what the URL will be for the page shows up here. And you can also customize this URL, and usually we do that for search engine optimization. Say you wanted to add a city on there, you could add, say, Ithaca, New York, click OK, and now you've got a city within that URL, which helps with search engine. And you could even, with a title here, you could add a city as well to help with search engines, if you're what we call geo-targeting. But again, we'll have a whole section further down the road on SEO optimization. So now that you have brought up this page, you are going to go to your edit button down here and start putting in your content. And it's, again, just like a Word document. You're just going to start typing. This is a test page. And if you want to make this type larger, say we want an H1 type here to make it larger, use this area over here and then continue to type. Let's go back up here and change this to paragraph. Continue to type your information. And then once you have all of your content in here, again, you can go and copy and paste information from another page and put it in here as well. You can put links in here. Let's say we want to link this to the events page. Add link. Put more type in there. And then once you're done, you're going to hit the blue arrow over here on the right, which saves it initially, but then you will need to actually publish it when you're ready. Now, depending on where this page will go, will depend. We're going to come over here to the right-hand side of the page where it says Page Attributes. And the first thing here is the parent section, where you can choose if you want this page to be embedded with other pages. And let me just explain what that means. I'm going to go back to our main site so we can see when we have a drop down, for instance, in our main navigation, these pages underneath service are what we call child pages, and the service page is the parent page. So let's go back to our page we're going to create, and let's say we want to have this test page go under services. So we're going to add this in as services under page attributes under parent, and we're going to leave it just default template. And once we have all of that in place, unless you want a featured image, which will appear on the page, which we can, we'll cover that when we get to adding and deleting images. But for now, let's say we don't have an image on the page. We're going to click Publish, and we're going to publish this test page that we just created. And we're going to come back here, and I'll show you that we're going to refresh our page to see if this showed up, the test page under the services. And you notice that it did not. And there's a reason for this, because there is one more step. The next step, once you have a page created, especially if it is to be embedded or be a child page of a parent, the next step you have to do is, once this page is created, then you have to go down to the appearance section. So you're in the dashboard, come to appearance. You're going to come over to menus, click menus, and open it up. And this is how we're going to add this to the drop down on the home page. This is your menus page. As you notice, you have to select a menu. It happens to be that the menu we want to change is already selected. There's a footer navigation, there's a top above navigation, but we want is the header or primary navigation. Again, you're going to hit select, but we're already there now. So this, as you can see, shows all of the pages that is in the current main navigation. And now we want to add this test page to that main navigation. So we're going to come over here to, it says active Uber menu locations. We're going to come down to pages. Leave this as it is. Don't change the primary navigation at all. Come down to pages. And now this is going to show you a list of all the pages that are currently on the site. And notice at the very bottom, because it's the last one that's been added, we have our test page, Ithaca, New York, that we just created. We are going to put a check mark next to this page, and we're going to add it to the menu. Once it's added, and it always adds in at the very bottom of the pages. So this is our page that we want to add. And now, in order to have this page fall under the drop-down menu that we want, we have to take and click and drag that to where we want. Now, it just happens to be the service is here at the very end, but we want this to be a drop-down, so we actually have to move this into place so it falls under services. If we leave it here, what will happen is it will actually show up in the main navigation. Actually, I can show you an example of that. So I'm going to save this as is. I'll show you what happens to the menu if this accidentally happens, because this might happen. We'll refresh this menu. And well, it looks like the page is still it's not showing up here at all. I guess it's blocked. But let's come back here. So if you want this to show up in the drop-down menu under service, you have to take and drag it here under services. Now let's save this menu. Come over here to the right-hand corner, very bottom, hit Save Menu. Wait till it saves, and then let's go back to the website. Let's refresh. And then under services, notice we have test page. We'll click on that test page. There should be a link and some gobbledygook. Notice this is a link that will take us to the events page. So there you have how to add a page to the website. And let's also show you how to delete this page, because we do not actually want it on the website. So if you want to delete, you're going to come back to your, again, appearance and menus page. You're going to come to this page where we just added, click over here on the arrow and open up the drop down and click remove. Now we're going to save the menu. And now that that page is removed, we also want to remove it from the actual page section of the website. So we're going to go back to pages, and we're going to find our test page, and we can either click here or edit and delete and come up here, apply the actions, but it's much easier to just come here, scroll over, and you'll get a little menu, click trash, and the page disappears. Okay, so this is the end of video number 2 for adding and editing pages and deleting pages for ministry resources. Thank you, and we'll see you in video number 3.